Dear students, in this third video lesson from the chapter Nature and Purpose of Business, you are going to learn about commerce. What is commerce and what are the different types of commercial activities? So, in Indian industry, we have learned what is the concept of industry, how the products are produced. But in commerce, you are going to learn about how the products are exchanged, how the products are exchanged to the hands of consumers. So, in a brief sense, you can develop the concept what is commerce. It includes all the activities which are engaged in the removal of hindrances, hindrances in the sense disturbance, obstacles in the path of exchange of goods from producer to consumer. So commercial activities helps for the easy flow of goods and services from producer to ultimate consumers. So remember the definition, it is the sum total of all those processes which are engaged in the removal of hindrances of person or place or time in the exchange of commodities. And on commerce equation is there, commerce includes trades plus aids to trade. It includes trade plus aids to trade. So commerce is equal to trade or activities related to trade plus the activities supporting trade. So we are going to learn more about trade. You know, so one of the classification of commerce is trade. It includes the buying and selling of goods. Commerce includes buying and selling of goods and services and all other activities that support the free flow of goods comes under the category auxiliaries to trade. So trade plus auxiliaries to trade is commerce. So trade includes buying and selling of goods. The products produced in industries are sold to the consumers. At that time, the exchange is over. That is known as trade. Trade is classified into different categories: home trade and foreign trade. Trade is of two types: home trade and foreign trade. When goods are sold within the country, that is known as home trade. If it is sold to another country, then it is known as foreign trade. So we are going to learn more about what is home trade. As I told, the buying and selling of goods within a country is known as home trade. It may be in bulk quantities or in small quantities. Buying and selling of goods within a country is known as home trade. It is also known as internal trade or domestic trade. Internal trade or domestic trade. Home trade is classified into two: wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade and retail trade. When the seller purchases goods from producer in bulk quantity to distribute it to the retailers in small quantity, then it is known as wholesale trade. Buying and selling of goods in bulk quantity is held in wholesale trade, where the wholesaler purchases or collects goods from different producers and selling it to the consumers or retailers. Then there is bulk distribution of goods is happening. We will learn all these concepts in detail in the chapter internal trade. So next one is Retail trade. In retail trade, goods are sold in small quantities. Goods are sold in small quantities to the consumers. So they have direct contact. Retailers have direct contact with the consumers. They are purchasing product from producer or from wholesaler or from an agent and sell it to the consumer by charging their profit also. So these are the two types of home trade or domestic trade, wholesale trade and retail trade. Next one is the next classification of trade, that is foreign trade. When goods are sold in between countries, two different countries, India is selling medicinal items to America, then it comes under foreign trade. When Kerala business peoples exchanges products to Tamil Nadu business or consumers, then it comes under home trade. So remember, foreign trade is in between two different countries. It is classified into three. Foreign trade is classified into three: import trade, export trade, and import trade. Import trade, where goods are purchased from another country. Suppose India is purchasing goods from Afghanistan, then it comes under import trade. Just remember, it consists of purchasing of goods from supplier of a foreign country for home use. For home use. When we are collecting means purchasing goods from another foreign country, maybe Britain or any Gulf countries, then it comes under import trade. And another one is export trade. Here we are selling goods to another foreign country. When we are selling our available products to a foreign country or to a Gulf country, whatever may be, then it is known as export trade. Exporting, the process or the term we are using. Exporting products. Here we are not purchasing, we are selling the product. In import trade, we are purchasing. In export trade, we are selling. And the last category is import trade. Here we are collecting means importing goods from some foreign countries, and after some modification, we are selling it to another foreign country. That is known as import. Importing from one country and exporting to another country. So these are the different categories of trade involved in foreign trade. So trade can be classified into three categories. Foreign trade can be classified into three categories. What are they? Import trader, export trader, and import trade. So remember all the concepts in commerce. Commerce is divided into two: trade plus auxiliaries to trade. And here comes the auxiliaries to trade. You know well, auxiliaries to trade include all the activities which support the buying and selling of goods, like transportation, communication, warehousing, banking, insurance, etc. All these activities helps for the easy flow of goods and services from producer to consumer. So the different items coming under auxiliaries to trade are transportation, warehousing, storage, insurance, banking and financing, advertising, salesmanship. So you know very well, transportation and communication helps for the easy flow of goods from different areas. Transportation helps for the physical movement of goods. Communication helps for the easy flow of information. So transportation, only due to the support of road, rail and coastal transportation, we are getting multiple products from different parts of the world. And due to the support of communication system, we are getting more support We are getting more support and as awareness about the new products produced in foreign countries. So remember, transportation and communication helps for the easy flow of goods and services. Then comes the banking and finance. Every time business activity needs necessary funds. So with the support of banking or any type of financial institutions, business peoples are getting funds. They are getting funds only because of the banks. So they are making timely availability. Lots of innovations are there. Online banking is there. ATM, anytime banking system is there. 24 into 7, 365 days we are getting financial support. We can make payment, we can transfer funds, we can also collect funds from different parties through the banking system. So that is why it is an accessories to trade. Supports the trade in a best manner. You know very well, lot of risk is there in business. Only with the support of insurance companies, we can overcome the risk that may be occurred due to manual reasons or due to natural calamities. So we can avoid these type of risk by taking insurance policies. So every time the business people's risk is reduced with the support of insurance companies. So that is why they are surviving. Warehousing is another important activity that supports trade. It helps to store goods produced in bulk. Wholesalers help the manufacturers by storing their products in their warehouses. So warehouse is a place where different categories of goods are stored safely. So remember, it is also a best helper for the easy, timely availability of goods. Next, and the last supporting activity is advertising. Advertising. You know very well, without this, we can't live. Every time in any media, maybe mass media or in the internet world, advertising plays a prominent role for the transformation of information related to companies, products, and anything. It is an impersonal form of communication. It helps to transfer information about a particular product from one place to another. So these are the activities helps for the smooth running of business activities. That is why it comes under auxiliaries to trade. It helps for the easy transfer of goods and services. So we will meet in the next video lesson. Watch all the lessons very carefully. Thank you.